I swear, maybe I just need to stop posting videos. I don't know. Here we are again. Something went haywire. And this one is kind of my fault a little bit, and that makes it even harder. You hate when you know that something happened and it was your fault, and then now they're not in a good place. And it's hard not to blame yourself. I know I shouldn't. Long story short, a couple of weeks ago, I was mixing up one of Jimmy's feeds, Elecare, and you have to stir it in the bottle, and I was stirring it in a glass bottle. The bottle shattered, and his feed went all over the floor. So an entire 24 hours worth of feeds gone. I called the enteral feeds department at Riley Children's and talked to a lady and told her what happened, and she told me that the shipment was coming on the 18th, and that was the day that his feeds were set to run out, and they couldn't get it there sooner. So I explained the situation, told her how important it is for Jimmy to have feeds. She said something about, like, well, if it was my baby, I would something. I was like, okay, well, I know you're trying to be helpful, but you're seeming rude. And then she told me that she was going to contact the team, the shipment, and have them ASAP get this out here, and that someone would be contacting me as soon as possible. And I was like, great. Didn't hear anything. Called back, and then was told the same thing, that she was getting it sent sooner and that it would be here before the 18th. Well, it was the 17th, and 5 p.m. had hit, and still nothing. So now we're in panic mode. And the only thing we had available was some of his old Kate Farms that we were using before. And so we figured, since we figured out that the Bactrim was the flare-up for his skin, that maybe it'd be okay to give him Kate Farms and just hold him over for one day until the feeds came. So we started the new Kate Farms, old Kate Farms, around midnight, 1 p.m. And by the time that we woke up to, like, change his diapers and stuff like that, things were not good. He was throwing up, he was loose stool, diarrhea, uncomfortable. It was awful. So we called GI, paused the feeds, ended up doing Pedialyte for a short amount of time, and then I called the enteral department back, talked to a different lady, and she was super helpful, trying to help me track down the feeds, where they were at, see if I could go pick them up, like, told her how big of an emergency this was. And then she told me, well, we can just send a one-time can to hold you over. I was like, why was that not an option when I called 2 weeks ago? Why didn't you just send one more can, the can that I got rid of accidentally? Regardless, we got Elecare early that morning, and then we started his feeds, and everything seemed to have gotten better. But later that day, I had just come back from an event, and Kim said that Jimmy was still really upset. She wasn't getting any sleep, so I stayed in the room. She went to the couch, and the middle of the night, like, I couldn't do anything to console him, so I just started checking some stuff, and then we saw that he had a fever of 100. Something was off, and we don't mess around with this kid, and we did not want to go to our local ER or hospital for any reason. So we decided to just, the morning of the 19th, we picked up, and Kim and Brooklyn took Jimmy down to Riley. Again, everything seemed to be fine. His numbers came back a little wonky, but not bad, but they admitted him just to keep an eye on him. And now today, his kidney numbers have swung completely in the wrong direction, and everything just seems wrong. So now we're freaking out, and kids' fall break is this week, and we don't want us to be separated or anyone to be upset. I am probably going to go down there, but Kim's crying because she wants to be down there, but she needs to be here with the kids, and she's got some work that she needs to do. So now we hate to do this again, but we still have our GoFundMe up from 2 years ago, and we were hoping that maybe we could get a little bit of help to maybe get a hotel room down in Indianapolis and bring the kids so that we can not ruin their fall break, be together, but then also still be there for Jimmy, because he really needs us. And Kim wants to be there, I want to be there, but we can't leave the kids alone. It's a rough situation, and I really hate asking, but financially, I mean, half of like, we're on SSI now, which is half of what we were getting before from the state, if that. And it's still just hard. So we're living paycheck to paycheck, and honestly, we're in the red a little bit every week. So there's no way we can do this on our own. And honestly, I don't even know if there's really a way that we can do it with just us having to drive down there separately or any of that stuff. If you are interested, I'll share the link in the comments or on our TikTok. It's in our link tree. But more importantly, please be praying for Jimmy. Pray that this is not what we think it is. We'll keep you updated. But dang, man. One broken bottle. Possibly. I hate this.